in session. The Honorable Mayor Jason Bailey presiding.
Thank you, Officer Berry. I appreciate that, sir. And thank you to all the commissioners who came out tonight, those of you joining us by phone, and of course the audience out here as well. Before we get started, folks, I do want to say I apologize for another late start to the meeting, but today, internet has been out all day today. We finally got restored about 6:15, and my friend Blake here, who does our IT, wave everybody, this is Blake, he's our IT guy, has been here frantically trying to get everything set back up. So some things are not connected yet, but I apologize for being late, but we've got it up and rolling, and again, there's gonna be some hiccups with this new system, but we'll work our way through it, okay? But before we pray tonight, and I'm gonna ask Janet to lead us in prayer in just a second, but folks, just remember, we've got a lot of folks who are sick, a lot of families going through a lot of loss and different things. My goodness, it's everywhere. So please remember all those folks. We want to welcome Commissioner Earl Cox back. He's been a little under the weather. We're glad to see him back. Of course, continue to remember Joyce in your prayers. Remember Deborah in your prayers. Some folks that are out tonight, commissioners, have some things going on with their families. Just remember them as well. But let's just remember everybody in our whole county as we pray tonight. So before we get started, anybody else have anything they'd like to add?
I'd just like to remember the Brown family. I've been up to the funeral home, and anyway, what's her name, Karen?
Yes.
Brown, she passed away with a COVID, so she's up at Cook's. Just remember her whole family.
Absolutely, and I will say that is why Sheriff Breeden is not here tonight. That's one of his officers' mother, so Billy's attending the funeral tonight, so that's where he is. And thank you, Jason, for filling in for him. But if there's nothing else, Janet, if you'll lead us in prayer, please.
Dear Lord, thank you for blessing us with another day, and thank you for blessing our county as you have. I pray, Lord, you'll continue to watch over us and all the families that have had COVID, watch over all of them. And Lord, I pray that you'll touch our commissioners that are having health issues with your healing hand. Help us to make the right decisions tonight, dear Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Janet. Gary, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Gary. Next, we'll have roll call, and those of you who, of course, have the iPads in front of you, you can sign in. And then we have some folks who are joining at home, so we'll do those just the old-fashioned way. So hold on, Amy, to the rescue.
Hey, Jason.
Yes. Yes.
Jason, we cannot hear you. The sound is muffled and we cannot hear anything that's going on. It's just like an alarm.
All right, any better?
I can hear you well.
Okay.
Is the speaker in there? Maybe the speaker's in there.
We heard. All right, looks like our iPads are starting to come in, and Pam, if you'll do the roll call for those at home, please.
Okay.
John Flatford.
Here.
Bill Cox.
Jason, I didn't hear you.
Bill, can you hear?
It's very, you can't hardly hear Jason. We can hear you, but we can't hardly hear anything else.
Nobody said anything.
Bill Cox.
Here.
Sidney Jesse Jr.
Here.
Jeff Chesney.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Pam. Guys at home, I'll try to speak as loudly as possible. If you need something repeated, just let me know. And if it gets too bad, we can stop and I can call you on the phone. We're on Zoom right now, so we'll adjust if need be.
Is all the rest of it absent?
Yes.
Okay.
Jason Bailey's absent.
Not signed in yet, can you? There's one going on, can
Do it.
do I have to sign in? Sign me in. This is multitasking at its finest, folks. Come on, guys. My goodness. Technology's great when it works. Okay, thank you. We need to be live on this anyway. All right, folks, announcements is next. And I just have one announcement. Keep Union County Beautiful will be doing a cleanup on Saturday, March the 20th at 9 o'clock. And anyone who would like to join in on that, contact Tammy Carter. She's our director. She works for Randy Turner. You can contact her in his office. And this is something you can get a group of people together and go out and do a cleanup, and she can get you the supplies. So anyone who would like to be a part of that, let her know. So as far as that, any other announcements? I don't have anything major going on. Any other commissioners like to mention anything? If not, move right along. Number 6 is to approve list for public comments. Ginger, do we have any? No comments. Next is number 7. This is to approve the minutes of our last meeting. And those of you who haven't used the iPads before, if you'll notice, it will switch screens. And up at the very top, it will show you what budget or what agenda item we're on. And then once she unlocks it, you can vote for this. So first of all, I need someone to make a motion to approve the minutes.
Make a motion.
There's no motion on the item.
What did we do here from? Oh, I got it.
All right, we have a motion by Janet Holloway. Do I hear a second? We have a second by Deborah Keck. All in favor of approving the minutes, let it be known by saying aye. Folks at home?
Yes.
Opposed likewise? Motion carried. And folks, Amy has to vote for those at home, so that's why it may take just a second. Give us just a minute to keep going. All right, very good, thank you. Next is to approve notaries, and hold on just a second.
Hey, Jason,
Yes.
we cannot hear anything that's going on at all.
All right, guys, just go ahead and hang up and let me call you all back. I'll call all of you guys, just hang up.
Okay. Right here.
All right, just chill for a minute.
One day book.
So sorry, guys.
No.
Right in the left-hand corner, it will say motions, and but it's like when it goes away when somebody does it. No, it's fine.
It's right there. Right here.
Hang on, hold on just a second.
You have to be fast.
Yeah, you do.
When we first got this, was you here? When we first got you had, we didn't know. There's two of them. I mean, we did me and Kitty one time.
Ginger, do you have any
I wanted to
phone
come off.
Ginger, do you have any phone numbers? Do you have any phone numbers? Please.
Just have to watch for it.
Yeah, you better be ready too. Yeah, you request picture with that request picture.
On the right-hand side.
Yeah.
And then the second came out with the amendment was a little bit off track. So if you want,
So the motion's over.
yeah.
Oh, it didn't come up here.
Yeah, it's already, no, the vote's not.
Hey, Sydney.
The vote's not.
Dawn, are you on there as well?
I am.
Okay. problem, hold on just a second.
If we got that present. It will be. Well, I will get used to it.
It's been vaccinated.
Hold on just a second, folks, gotta get two more people on the line, I need the phone numbers.
What we been doing, Gary? What we been doing here this COVID?
Bring them back. Building last
How are you? How far along?
2 weeks, probably from being done. All paint, and it's block the back in it. Or put the pistons in tomorrow.
What we been?
Pretty good size, yeah. These are too.
Hey, Jeff. All right, guys, make sure we're all here. Sydney, are you here?
Shake the head, Jack Block.
Sydney?
Where
Okay.
did you get that done?
Don, are you here? Bill Cobb? Bill Cobb? And Jeff Texas. Alright, folks, we're getting back on the ball, sorry about that. We are now we are on to approved notaries, and this is number 8. So I think everybody's ready to go. And it looks like on the screen here, we have a motion by Larry Lay and a second by RL to approve notaries. And, okay, next will be, all in favor, let me know by saying aye or voting yes. Okay, thank you. Opposed likewise? All right, and motion carried. Moving on, next is number 9, it's the county mayor's report, and those of you in the audience, folks, I apologize. I'm not going to try to throw it up on the screens tonight because of all the issues we're having, so I'm just going to go through it and just follow along with me. And anyone out in the audience, if you would like a copy, just let me know, I'll be happy to give you one. But the first one you got here on the front page is upcoming public meetings. Again, we only have 4 meetings scheduled. If you are on a committee or chair of a committee that need a meeting, if that's not on here, please let me know. But I'm just waiting to hear from chairmen of committees before I put these on here. So if not, moving right along. Excuse me, at the top of the mayor's report, we have 2 grants that we have coming in. We have our new local government grant, in which we call the DAG grant. And basically, this is the state's effort to help counties amid COVID and everything else that's going on. If you remember, last year we got a little over $800,000. This year we're getting $653,537 from this. And the difference is with this grant, it has a little bit more restrictions to it, to where the last one that came out, they said, here's your money, do what you need to do, balance your budget or whatever that may be. But this grant's a little bit different. There's a few more regulations on it, but it's okay. We can still use it for what we need to. And the next grant, this is a grant that's actually available to not only Union County, but several counties around us, and this is through the THDA, this is Tennessee Housing Development. It's actually a grant that folks can apply, and anyone can apply, and I'll show you a sheet here in a little bit, an attachment with more information, but basically it's rent assistance, and this can be for someone who's having trouble during COVID or whatever it may be to help with their rent. You know, there's a lot of grants out there that'll build homes, a lot of grants that will help folks get loans, but not a lot that will help with rent, and this is one that will, and that's very rare. So I'll get to that in just a second on how to let people know how to get on there and take advantage of that. But under potential, we have, of course, the home grant. We're ready to reapply for that in March, and that'll be another $500,000. Also, there is a broadband, well, let me back up. I actually have a meeting tomorrow with a group that's getting together to do a broadband feasibility study for this area and several counties around us, because as you guys know, Governor Lee's budget allocated a lot of money for rural broadband development. And so that's, hopefully, we're hoping to get that money here in the Union County and all the rural counties around. So hopefully, that's something that we'll be able to join into, and so that is a huge potential grant, and I'll keep everybody updated on that. And next, of course, is the Department of Environment and Conservation, and that will be our Luttrell Sports Field. Hopefully, we'll get word on that grant sometime, we hope around June or July.
Jason, can I ask you a question? On this
Yes.
home grant, how do you feel about somebody wanting to apply for that?
Well, it's, there's income limits and things like that, Janet, and what happens is, for instance, this year, we had the grant and folks had to come to a meeting and apply and get all the information. So when those folks apply, the home grant people basically categorize them. So like, this person has the most need, this is the second, third, fourth, whatever. So let's say that we had 15 people on this list, only 10 were served. The next grant that rolls around, those 5 that are left are put on the top of that list, and we keep going. But anyone who would like to apply for this, if you'll contact Heather in my office, and she can explain all the details for you. But it's a great grant. I mean, it's, you know, unfortunately, a lot, really, $500,000 doesn't go a long way when you're building a house or several houses, but it's still a good program. This year, we were able to completely rebuild 3 homes in Union County and renovate 1. So I thought that was really great for those folks who got to be a part of that. But anyway, thank you, Janet, for that. And moving right along, county buildings, just to update everybody on what's going on here. The courthouse is almost complete, folks. We've been changing ceiling tiles this week. Bill and Kermie have been doing a phenomenal job. They've been changing ceiling tiles in all the offices, and the first floor is done. And you'll notice too, when you walk downstairs, it's like you're walking under the sun now. We've got nice LED lights. Everything looks so much better. Check that out on your way out. We're sprucing the place up, and it looks great. And of course, you can see the courtroom has been completely redone. Not one penny of this came out of Union County's budget. It was all grants. So we're very thankful for that too. But next time you see Bill and Kirby out, tell them they're doing a good job. They really do an awesome job. I have those guys doing something all the time. I run them to death, but they do an amazing job. So very proud of them. Also, the jail plumbing renovation is complete. It was finished last week, actually. So there were several cells that received brand new showers, toilets, and different things like that. The plumbing, as you guys know, down there was shot. It was just ready to go at any time. So we had to do a lot of maintenance down there, simply because there was something wrong all the time. It was nickel and diming us to death, so we had to get this fixed. And it looks great. The next step is Jeremy, the jail administrator, is going to put a new coat of paint on the cells down there. And when we get all that together, we'll get some pictures and let you guys know, let you see what's going on, because unfortunately it's kind of like a school. You fix everything up, it looks great, and then you turn them back loose in it, and there it goes. So we'll let you see a picture of it before we turn anybody loose in it. But still, it looks really good. It looks a lot better than it did, I have to say. But another thing I want to bring up is the CARES Act grant is complete, and my goodness, I believe it was out of $295,000. My good friend, where is she, Missy Brown right here, got it down to what, Missy, $70? $79 that she has got that grant up to. We were $79 to meet our goal of $295,000. Let me tell you, I put that woman through the ringer, because if there was a project I wanted to do, poor Missy had to be the one to put it in and do all of it. And Missy, you're a rock star, girl. But I'll tell you, she got it all worked out. This entire courtroom was paid for out of that grant. Courtroom downstairs paid for out of that grant. We have COVID supplies, my goodness, endless supplies of that. I mean, folks, it's almost $300,000 worth of stuff that Missy had to log, make sure it was okay, and do a lot of paperwork. So thank you, Missy, that's amazing. And I want to say too, and I'm not going to show it tonight because of the issues we're having, but if you guys will notice here, we have a brand new website, unioncountytn.gov, which is an awesome, beautiful, looks good website. But another thing we were able to get out of this COVID grant was to put things on our website, essentially giving our other county officials websites that folks can do their business from home. I mean, with COVID now, you know, that's the thing. People don't want to come into buildings anymore. They want to do everything online as much as possible. So, out of all, of course, the county website encompasses all the offices, but in addition to that, the county clerk, the clerk and master, circuit and sessions clerk, the sheriff, which is the jail as well, and the elections office all now have their own website that you go to unioncountytn.gov, go to where, let's say for instance, Sandra Evanson, she's the clerk and master, you go to her page and then click on her website, everything you need to know about her office is there. Forms to file whatever, filing fees, delinquent tax, the same thing you go to Barbara, and the same thing you go to Pam. And the cool thing about Pam, go check hers out because all the county commission minutes are right there. You go in, you pull it down, you can find anything you want. Renew your tags, you name it, it's all right there. A few more things we have to tweak on the website, but again, that's one of the projects that Missy worked so hard on, getting these extra websites paid for. It's almost $30,000 worth of websites that we didn't have to pay for. But now Union County is ready to serve our citizens completely online, which is amazing. We've never been there and we're there now. So thank you to everybody and all the office holders who worked so hard to get that going. Also, the next one is bids out or in process. This is the same thing I talked to you about last month, just to let you know that those are some projects we're coming up on. Also, in your attachment, before you go to attachments, you do have 2 attachments about sales tax comparisons and the rent relief stuff. But before we do that, I want to say this before I forget it. Debbie Biles, who is our election administrator, let me know that, of course, this year after the census, Union County must redistrict. And I know some of you have been on county commission during that process, and that's basically where we have to look and see if our districts, our political districts are lined up with the population and how many commissioners and different things like that. So of course we have a deadline. We have to have that finished by the end of this year. And but right now we don't have all the census data in yet. Right now it's looking like Union County grew 4.5% on the census, which puts us right at 20,000. But we don't have the hard data yet to take that and run with it for the redistricting. So just to let you guys know, that's coming up. This is something that the Election Commission tries to involve you guys in, of course. They will give recommendations, but essentially it's up to County Commission to approve the final stuff. So just to let you all know that's coming this year, so I'll be giving you updates as we go. And the only 2 attachments, as I said, folks, are your sales tax amounts. As you can see, over the past 3 years, Union County has grown 77% in our sales tax growth. And then the last page here is the rent relief that I was telling you guys about. Basically, the funds become available March 1st. This is something I'm going to share with the community. I'll put it on the website and on Facebook to let folks know that, hey, call and see if you qualify. But you can see Union County, you can see the salary or the income limits, so that tells you kind of what type of limits there are before you can apply for this. So, yes, go ahead, ma'am.
I've got something I want to add too, that the state introduced the 1st of January, is the state will be collecting VRBO and Airbnb rentals, and they'll be issuing us our part for the county. So we will be getting that extra money in, and I'm sure it might not be a lot, but it is something that they took over, and they're just going to send us the money if they collect from. So we're very pleased with that.
Absolutely.
Very pleased.
So that was, at first it was up to the folks who did it to turn it in, but
Yes.
now the state is monitoring this.
Yes.
So all these folks doing this over on the lake and stuff, we're getting our fair share of it now. So
Yeah.
that's good news, man,
Yeah.
from the state. All right, any questions or concerns about the report? All right, yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I just have a simple question. What's the grant that was given for commercial kitchen paid back?
Not fully. Of course, they have until the end of the fiscal year, but Ann, how much has been paid back on that? Like 40,000?
Right, whatever had been purchased out of
Okay.
172 fund.
Yes, I believe it's around 40,000, Jeff, that they returned back to us. But yeah, their grant money just hasn't cycled in yet, but again, it's as long as we got it by the end of the fiscal year. That's where we are. All right, any other questions? Okay, if not, we'll move on. Number 10 is the sheriff's report, and the sheriff couldn't be here tonight, so we'll skip over that one as well. Next, we have the library board. Kim, are you going to present for that?
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to come on up. And folks, let me let you know what this is. The library board had asked that at the meetings, if someone from the library board or one of the librarians would come up and give you guys an update on what's going on with the libraries, and I said, sure, so I think that's a great idea. So ladies, of course, you guys know this is Kim, librarian at Ludlow, and of course, everyone knows Tom Tate from Maynard, and you ladies have the floor.
Thank you. Good
Now, look
evening.
at me.
Just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. Just to give you an idea of our everyday activities. One-on-one computer help, homework assistance, along with copies, faxes, check-ins, check-outs, customer care, interlibrary loans, cleaning and sanitizing, and organizing materials, adding, weeding, editing items in the Birdsong the circular system, and the Yeah, and so that's just kind of our everyday, what we do every day, regardless. And then just to give you some highlights, our online story time in January was the hat and the mitten with, I had a guest, 8-year-old Kinsey McBee. New books arrived. I had an online unboxing. You can check that out on our Facebook and our YouTube channel. I've been learning lots about video editing, so hopefully this will get better and I'll be more comfortable doing those. And I sent the United Way grant on. We have been having an adult teen book challenge for 2021. Also, we've started a junior book challenge and a Lego challenge as well that is continuing. Our quilters are still meeting each week. It started in January. We had a blind date with a book, and the donations went to the Friends of the Library. And so we're going to continue with that each month, and the theme will change. So now it's St. Patrick's. So, and what it is it's a mystery book that they can pick up, and it's wrapped, and there's little clues out, and I think people just like the wrapping. It's really cute. So, and it helps the friends. So, and then it helps us get rid of the books that is, as we leave them. So, and so that more can come in. And our after-school story time was Owl Moon with a craft, making an owl, and YouTube video facts about the horned owl. And as far as reference call and questions and one-on-one help, a cell phone, tablet, Wi-Fi, personal computer help, all of those totaled 190. And we try to log as many as possible. Sometimes we don't get everything logged because you're busy and you just forget. So, but we got 190 logged. So that's it for January.
Michelle, let's go right ahead.
Okay, January, we worked on ordering books and weeding shelves so we'd have room for them. We're updating our website throughout the month of January. We got a overhead projector installed at no cost, thanks to our mayor. I took the old one that was here and installed it in the library, and today we were able to do a Zoom with it. We're refurbishing the old library sign that was in the library. We're redoing it, painting it different colors, and getting it finished and rehung. We're painting and sealing and hanging the last 2 audio shelves under the TV in the main room. That shelving for audio is complete. We started recording story time and posting it online on both YouTube and Facebook. Our D&D club starts Thursday. We're getting pieces, prizes for possible signage for the library. We've had 2 Zoom classes for literacy for Cross Creek and Manorville Head Start for parents that I was teaching for Literacy Month. Finished the United Way grant and mailed in. That's $2,000, no matching. Working on a Petway grant that's due the end of March, and it will be a no matching grant. Through a program, agreed to working on a program with the Imagination Library and for this coming year. And we're working on the summer reading program. It's underway. We've got big ideas and all different kinds of things that's going to be done, activities. We're going to have a lot of crafts to take home for the kids. And we're working on more of our Facebook and YouTube story times and special guests, and that means you all. So you all are more than welcome to come to the library anytime that's convenient for you and read via video. So please come and check us out.
I got a question for you, Sean.
All right.
I mean, first, over in Sharp's Chapel, we've got the fiber optic in. I mean, it's being hooked up in many locations in Sharp's Chapel.
We don't have it at the book station yet.
Do you need is there a grant out there for that? Or do we need to do something to make sure we get that in that library down here?
Well, the lady's supposed to be calling me back. That's a wait in progress. I'll give her another call this coming week and check it out.
Do you see any grants on the horizon? Do you see any, like?
Are you talking about just to have that, with the fiber hook to that building?
Yeah, and pay whatever the service charge is, you know?
As far as like a monthly charge, I doubt it, just to be honest, I don't know. I mean, we can look and see, but I don't know. But I do say, of course, in Sharp Chapel, anybody that has Powell Valley Electric will have the opportunity to sign up for fiber. So it'll just be simple. I know Sean Page reached out to just simply sign up for it, pay the bill. But again, we'll look and see if there's any.
You got a lot of people are already getting in their homes.
Yeah.
We're already paying for internet over there, so that money would just be added
yeah.
on to the fiber optic
You know,
bill.
it's not.
I'm sure it's like
Yeah.
CenturyLink now, I believe,
Yeah.
someday, and we'll stop that one.
Yeah.
That's probably a little more expensive, but it's okay, we want fiber.
I forgot to tell you, the amount of reference questions, we had 8 unemployments, 49 call questions, 139 references, 34 one-on-one helps, 40 government helps, and others 3 cell phone helps. Total of 273.
Any questions for either library? All right. Thank you, Ms. Shante. Thank you, Ken, as well.
I was gonna ask questions.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
I don't know if I might have been dozing, but did we skip the notaries?
No, that's where I had to stop and call everybody.
Okay.
So we did it.
We did it?
We did it, right? We did it, it should go, yes, we did. I promise, folks, this is gonna be easier, okay? I promise it will. Yes,
While we're
sir.
on this subject.
No problem.
On this side of the lake, is that a different carrier that you're looking at than?
Yes, sir, it is. Hopefully, we'll one day be able to partner with Powell Valley Electric. Now, of course, they can't come over here with electric service because there's an agreement with utilities, but they can with broadband. So hopefully, when this grant is let, the other one, we can look at that as well. But now, the folks I'm talking to tomorrow is not the Powell Valley people, it's another one. But here's what's gonna happen, Jeff, and I think, and I'll let you all know this, when the governor is turning loose of all these millions of dollars, all of these folks who didn't want to mess with broadband ready grants, they're wanting to mess with them now, as far as your smaller internet companies. So there's gonna be a lot of people out there saying, hey, help me help you, and let's do this. So right now, it's just, let's interview and see what the best option is. But I think we're gonna see a lot of that, Jeff, which is a good thing. All right, number 12, Ms. Dyer, come on up. And again, folks, I apologize, I won't have these to put on the screen, but we'll just go through them on paper. And then whenever you're ready, you go right ahead.
You have in your packets the monthly finance report showing spending by function year to date, as well as cash with the trustee end of the month of January. Do you have any questions regarding those reports? If not, we'll go on to budget amendments. Page 1 and 2 are Fund 101, General Fund. On top of page 101 is just general fund transfers within the appropriated budget. On the bottom of the page, originally in your packet, was 2 requests for moving monies from the restricted hotel motel fund. We eliminated one. We're only voting on the 5,000 for the
Norris Area Trail System, and folks, that was my mistake. I'd asked Ann to put the 25 on there, but I'm gonna take that out. That's for another meeting, another time. But what we're asking for here is 5,000 to come out of hotel motel tax, which has a balance of around 140,000. This is to help with advertisement of a project that Anderson, Campbell, and Union County are working on for trails and different things like that around the lake for tourism. So this is basically we're spending $5,000 on brochures and things that will put Union County's name out there as well. Anderson County kicked in about 30 grand, Campbell County about 20, and so I'm kicking in about 5. to just help with the brochures and the advertising. But if you have any more questions, I'll be happy to answer, but I just wanted to clear that up, that was my fault, not Ann's, so, go ahead, Ann.
Page 2 of 7 is also 101, and I've been asked by the library board to break out all of the wages and benefits per library, per Lathrop, Maynardville, or Sharps Chapel Library. So that is just excluding that budget out from 1 line to 3.
All right, so we're at the end of this one, so folks that have the iPads, at this time I can make or ask for a motion. So iPads, we have a motion from Gary, a second by RL. So, do we have any questions or concerns before we vote? If not, folks on the iPads, go ahead and vote. And folks at home, Pam will do a roll call for you guys.
Jeff Chesney,
4.
Bill Cox,
4.
Don Flatford,
4.
Sidney Jesse Jr.,
4.
All right, motion carried.
Okay, on page 3 of 7 is Fund 118, the Ambulance Service Fund. They received some insurance recovery funds, moving that into their budget, and then just transferring within the appropriated budget.
Okay, we have a motion by Deborah Keck. We have a second by Gary England. Any discussion? All right, iPads, please vote. Folks at home, Pam will do a roll call.
Jeff Chesney,
4.
Bill Cox,
4.
Don Flatford,
4.
Sidney Jesse Jr.,
Sydney, are you there? Well, Sydney. Hold on just a second. Ginger, where's my numbers again? Hold on, folks, I gotta get Sydney back on the line. Thank you.
This is Sydney.
Hey, Sydney.
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy, I'm sorry, we must have lost you. All right, Sydney, it's your turn to vote on budget amendment number, which one is
For
this?
Fund 118, page 3.
Yes, sir.
4.
Okay, thank you, Sydney. All right, motion carries. Moving on to the next one.
Okay, on page 4 of 7 is the Highway Fund, moving from fund balance 87,678 into the budget, primarily to transfer the funds to make the final payment on the debt service for the dump trucks, and then moving within the appropriated budget.
Thank you. All right, motion by Janet Holloway. Do I hear a second by Deborah Keck? Any questions, concerns?
I have a question, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
And, unassigned, what does that exactly mean? Does it mean anything?
That's fund balance,
Don't
39,000.
go into fund balance or what?
That is the name of fund balance, unassigned, 39,000 unassigned.
It's just because there's no project linked to that, so it's called unassigned. Am I right in that? Ann? Yeah. Okay. All right, so iPads, go ahead and vote. Folks at home, roll call.
Jeff Chesney,
4.
Bill Cox,
4.
Don Flatford,
4.
Sidney Jesse Jr.,
4.
All right, motion carries.
On page 5 of 7 is General Purpose Schools Fund 141, adding 4,855.20 from Tech Connectivity Grant into their budget, and then moving those around within the appropriated budget.
Thank you. Do I have a motion? Motion by Gary England, second by Jeff Brantley. Do I have any questions, concerns? If not, iPads vote. Folks at home, roll call.
Jeff Chesney,
4.
Bill Cox,
4.
Don Flatford,
4.
Sidney Jesse Jr.,
4.
RL, will you vote? There you go. Thank you, RL. Motion carried. Next, Dan.
You're welcome.
Pages 6 and 7 are Fund 142 federal programs. There are 3 programs being discussed tonight. Top of the page of 6 is the student support and academic enrichment, adding their carryover funds from prior year and putting them into current year's budget. Also, we received additional funding, $10,000 for special education IDA partnership for systemic change, entering that into the budget. And finally, on page 7 of 7, we received additional funding for the CPE Perkins grant, putting that money into the budget and then redistributing the lines to maximize the spending of that grant.
Thank you, Ann. We have a motion by Jeff Brantley. Do I have a second by Larry Lay? Any questions? If not, iPad vote. Folks at home, roll call.
Jeff Chesney,
4.
Bill Cox,
4.
Don Blackford,
4.
Sidney Jesse Jr.
4.
Motion carries.
Jeff and Larry, will you look at yours? Make sure you vote. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Even though you make the motion, Jeff, you still got to get, still got to vote. All right. All right, very good. Motion passed. That's fine. We all are, trust me. It's great. We're learning. All right, go ahead, Ann.
Finally, we have the surplus. We've identified the 13 jury box chairs that were previously over here to be surplus through gov deals, and also 3 printer cartridges from the mayor's office.
And you know, I have to say, folks, these jury chairs have become a hot item. People, the old ones that were there, people have been asking, what are you gonna do with them? What are we gonna surplus? And those things will sell like crazy.
Should we sell them separately then?
I think so. Yes, ma'am. Let's put them separate. Because I've had some people say, I want 2 or 3, some want 1,
Instead of
so.
needing,
Yeah.
You don't think you ever put them back, or it's gonna be like?
No, and here's why, Larry, the judge requested, and this is the criminal judge, they want chairs that they can move around because of social distancing, so that's why we went with these, so we can scoot them around and move them. So, all right, so we have a motion by Janet Holloway and a second by Deborah to accept the surplus. Any questions, concerns? If not, I take a vote. Folks at home, roll call.
Jeff Chesney,
4.
Bill Cox,
4.
Don Blackford,
4.
Sidney Jesse Jr.
4.
Thank you, guys. Number 13, sorry, Sam, thank you. Number 13 is to approve or disapprove resolution to appoint the delinquent tax attorney. And you have the resolution in front of you. This is, of course, to reappoint Mr. David Myers as our tax attorney.
This is like the former, this is like the same one we've always had.
Yes, it's just renewed every year, yes, ma'am. So we have a motion by Gary England, a second by RL. Any questions, concerns?
We can go cheaper.
That's discount. That's with the discount.
Oh, that's with the discount. I see how you
I'm
roll.
looking to give David a raise.
All right. You better not put that in the form of a motion. All right, so go ahead, iPad vote. People at home, Hannah, if you'll do a roll call.
Jeff Chesney,
4.
Bill Cox,
4.
Don Blackford,
4.
Sidney Jesse Jr.
4.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Pam. Number 14 is to approve or disapprove, the appointment of Ty Blakely to the Union County Library Board. They had a vacancy. Ty wants to do it. They want Ty, so we have a motion by Jeff Brantley, a second by Janet. Any questions about this? If not, iPad vote. Folks at home, roll call, please.
Jeff Chesney,
4.
Bill Cox,
4.
Don Blackford,
4.
Sidney Jesse Jr.
4.
Motion carries.
Great, thank you. Okay, number 15 is old business. No old business that I know of. Number 16 is new business. New business. All right. Number 17, addendum. We do have an addendum from Mr. David Cox, our highway superintendent. Come on up, David. And this is to approve or disapprove professional service agreement between Union County Highway Department and Robert Campbell and Associates. And this is for state bridges.
This is for a professional service agreement between Union County Highway Department and Robert G. Campbell and Associates for engineering on 2 bridges. one on, Johnson Road, one on Beard Valley.
We don't have to take bids on them, do we?
No, not on professional service.
If you've been to Sharps Chapel, Edwards Howard, we just finished one over there. It looks great.
Okay. All right, looks like we have a motion to approve by Gary and a second by Kenny. Do we have any discussion, any questions for David before we proceed? All right, if not, iPads, go ahead and vote.
And this is free money, it's, Improve Act.
Perfect.
Don't cost us nothing.
We love free money, David. Thank you, sir. All right, folks at home, Haynes, for a roll call, please.
Jeff Chesney. Bill Cox. John Flatford.
4.
Sidney Jesse Jr. Motion carries.
Thank you. And folks, before you start packing everything up and going, just real quick, one more thing. Folks at home especially, thank you so much tonight. Sorry about all the trouble. We got you guys back and we'll work this out, I promise. And folks here, thank you all so much. I think you see that the iPad, once we get everything working and intact, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really cool. So thank you for your patience. But, do I have a motion to adjourn? Oh, we got it. Go home, folks. Have a great night. Thank you.